What ultimately made you decide that you were going to enter this plea?
Was the thought of being the right thing to do. I guess we all deserved to know what would happen, and I just couldn't hold it. I just couldn't keep it to myself. The feeling of shame and guilt and sadness and all those feelings.
And so you decided to enter a plea. What made you decide to cooperate and testify against the defendant in this case?
Well, I got the plea because it was also the right thing to do, and also because I had a potential of getting less time.
Ma'am, you were just speaking with Ms. Bristler about letters.
Yes.
And that was a common way for you to communicate, correct?
Yes.
Is this a letter you wrote?
Yes.
Please read the highlighted portion.
Yes. It says, they want me to cooperate against you, your son. Since the beginning, they've told us they could make, from my charges something very simple called misdemeanor, and I wouldn't be charged with this if I decided to cooperate with them. They know I'm not doing that. I don't have anything to cooperate with them. With what they say that happened, I know it didn't make them happy, so they will do anything to hold me here, anything for them to win. They've got it so far, right? I have no idea what they are making up, faking stuff, lies, etc.
Okay, and there's another portion down below.
And I said, I would give my life for his, and I would never do anything to hurt him or against him. Whatever they're saying, whatever they want to believe, I don't care. I would take the blame for both of us.
And this is a letter to Mrs. Banfield, correct?
To his mother.
His mother, Tess.
Yes.
Okay. Ma'am, if you could look at the screen, do you see a new letter there?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Can you read the highlighted portion?
Yeah, sure. It says, I would do anything for you. If they want me to turn against you, if they think or whatever they believe, and if they want to blame me for that, that's okay. I can take the blame. I'll never do anything to hurt you or against you.
Who was it you told that Brendan planned this whole thing for the first time, and when was that?
Yes, my mother.
And when was
Because,
that?
how can I tell you? I do not remember the date.
I mean, with all due respect, you don't remember a lot of details.
Yeah.
And that's what's really concerning about this.
Well, if you were in my shoes, you don't remember either.
What Mr. Carroll is insinuating, right, is that you used the Commonwealth's evidence to make up a story about what happened. Is that what happened?
It is not.